What's good, my listeners? You're tuning in to Mindstone Radio with your voice of logic and reason, Conscience Prep, coming to you today with a topic that has been on my mind lately, and only because it has to do with my community, the Black community, and the younger generations. And I know it's crazy because in a lot of my segments, people always hear me mention the younger generations, the younger generations. Yes, I love the younger generation. They're the future. Children, they're the future. Every newborn child, that's a future. That's potential somebody that will do something, in an accomplishment, successful, be a proud leader and example, someone that can inspire, so when I see the younger generation, and I look at the direction that they're headed in or that they are already in, there is a concern, or there's admiration, there's a look down. When I say down, I mean an aspect of like height, like looking down at my younger brother, like, wow, I'm proud of you. You're doing good, bro. And I love that. Be a leader and give the wisdom. Each one teach one. Help everyone else understand the direction that you took, so that they also can, have this positive outcome in life. The thing is, with the younger generation, a lot of things that's going on. There's a lot of violence that is occurring, and there's also an image that a lot of younger generations are attracted to. And this comes in the image of a street persona, something that may represent a gang member, or basically someone with an affiliation, colors, demeanor, swag, or better yet, if not a gang member, a person that presents themselves as a thug or a gangster, someone that seems intimidating. And a lot of people, younger generations, they flock to that. That catches their eye, like, okay, that guy has power. He has a sense of authority, reputation, credibility. He has guns, tattoos, a demeanor that gives off he's a threat to society. He's real. He has a following. He's a leader. So a lot of the younger generations can easily fall into that if they're manipulated by that influence. In the way the media pushes everything out, they force this into the face of the younger generations. They get these entertainers, these rappers, music, that don't speak positive guidance in their music, because they rap what sells. So rapping what sells is basically, if I can say derogatory crap and use male assets, because I'm gonna touch on that, based on the fact that this is crazy. There was a day in life where, and this has to do with homosexuality, but not in general. It's more of a piece of it. But there was a time when people were not. Well, you know what? When I think about some music that I used to listen to back in the days, back in the 90s, they were constantly saying, fellatio comments, my D in your mouth, suck my D, my nuts on your chin. And these were rappers that we were kind of rocking with, this NWA, Snoop, when they had they Deep Cover and Dre Day, when they were doing their songs, Dog Pound. A lot of these rappers did make, that's pretty much homosexual statement, bro. Don't matter if you're trying to degrade a person, but it's nothing. It's something, but the fact of the matter is, I was about to say that they didn't do that back in the time, and now when you really look at it, it's like, wow, they were saying a lot of that gay stuff in music too, bro, back then. So it's not just this generation. So it has been something that's ongoing, but I don't understand why would people glorify, that, but they so big on trying to uphold the image of not being a homosexual. And especially those particular people. You got people that are homosexuals and they done came out with music where they were like, oh, I'm gay, or, I rap like this. You have known people that are on TV shows and, they have notoriety, and they perform music, rap, hip hop, R&B, whatever it may be. But I'm speaking about the guys that claim to be, street niggas and real thugs and OGs and all that and whatever it may be. But they say these terms like consistently, like, wow, bro, you making it seem cool to say that. So a younger person that's looking up to this rapper or feeling his vibe and his music and his style and like, oh man, he's cool. Oh, okay. Suck it, suck it, suck it. That's the thing to say. And it's like, no, it's not, bro. Don't let these people be the images that make you feel like that's the influence you should follow. Don't let that be the inspiration you want. There's different ways of going about trying to present a talent or, choosing the option of going. They blessing is probably not your blessing. Or they probably didn't obtain that blessing the same way you did. Don't let somebody confuse you and jeopardize your freedom, your well-being, put you in a position where it's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. They were saying that in the music. Well, I thought you was really about that life. Seriously. I remember one time on social media I had seen a younger fellow from out the community that I was born in, out the hood, young homie, and he had posted a rap line. The rap line basically was like, I got 2 dicks on me, one for a nigga and a bitch. And what I've come to find out, they said that's the latest artist right now out, Blueface Bleed 'Em. That's a statement, rap lyric and rap line in one of his songs. I don't listen to him. I only hear the mainstream music. I'm not into it. I'm not into, these guys seem kind of too funny for me. They portray a role that's masculine, with the crib stuff, blood stuff, trying to make it look like they just really witted and they tatted up, post certain videos. But when you really check them out, like they demeanor is kind of too swayly for me, too sway, too much arm waving and too much swinging. So, and I'm talking about like swinging around, like, why you waving like that? Why you spinning like that? Why you gliding like that? Niggas is ballerinas. Like, damn, bro, what's going on? But anyway, I don't listen to the music. I only hear what mainstream plays, and, that's just probably in somebody's live video. But me personally, like, here, let me put on this song. No, I just heard them bullshit freestyles. And I was like, wow, that's trash. And I see people talk about it, but that's to each his own. Fact of the matter is, he's made that line, and there also was another rapper or two that I've noticed. But I told the young homeboy, I was like, hey, bro, like, damn, cuz, like, that ain't cool. Like, it's with the dicks, the guns. You got 2 dicks. So you hitting boys now? No, they refer to pistols, bro. I'm like, oh well, nigga, say a pistol. We got 100 names for guns. Tulio, Cuete, pistol, burner, the thing. You know what I'm saying? The little homie. I got a little homie on me, like, all that, but you choose dicks. Men, young dudes, like, all y'all playing this music and y'all really saying that quote back, like, yeah, I got a dick for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Remind me of that one rapper that had that dress on, and they played the video where they put the chopper, he put the rifle in his mouth and was like bobbing it, but he was on his knees like with it while the dude was holding it down in his face. And he, wow, bro, you beast mode. That's crazy. No, bro, we don't. Nah, nigga. It's not happening. Don't teach these young people that. Y'all putting these videos, forcing it on people, forcing this content on people, pushing it in their vocabulary. Yeah, a person can choose to not receive something and, has his own decisions on what he's gonna do, but these young minds are manipulated. Their mentality is not as strong. They haven't been through nothing. They don't know nothing. They still developing. They still trying to learn. They still have questions. And the purpose of this segment is based on the fact that the young generations, there's a lot of positive, statistics in certain areas, and but really, like as a whole, and still the minority, it's bad because it's a lot of attacks. It's a lot of well, let me just get the labels then. It's a lot of rape, it's a lot of pedophilia, it's a lot of homicides, within the communities of rivalry, street rivalry, or just, unconscious killings. When I say unconscious, I mean that in the context of a sleep young individual. These minds don't know nothing. They not woke yet. They nowhere near it. You know what I'm saying? I see young homeboys 20 and 23, and okay, somebody probably just yelled out, man, why you don't say nothing? You know what? I try to talk to these people, and I still talk to these people, and I don't give up on talking to somebody. If somebody looks like they need some type of help, I'll offer the number. I'll throw the information out there. I'll see what anybody else will say. You can tell when people are calling out, but for some odd reason, they don't always want to listen to certain people based on the fact that they have been manipulated by people that don't want that type of guidance or that type of energy out there. No, don't listen to him. So you telling him not to listen to a guy that's going to give him some understanding, some wisdom, something that's going to at least keep him secure, keep him around. Ain't nothing ever happened to me. God overlooked me for the whole 37 years. That car accident happened 4 years ago. I took that car accident. I took that car accident for what it was. It was like a reprimand, you need to sit down, you not listening. And that was just karma, because I've been around, I've been through a lot, I've made decisions, so I understand how it is out there, so I took it for what it is. But I still, with everything that I've learned and everything that I've been through, I give that to the youth so that they can understand and try to find, find their way, but at the same time, listen to the fact that he's speaking on mistakes, so consider that, or consider the things that they don't tell nobody. Nobody tells nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you two points with sub points. So the 1 point is gonna be based on the affiliation, being in the gangs and being interested in wanting to be in the gang lifestyle, and the fact that when they're young, they assume that they have to. There's a role, there's an image that you have to partake on, persona that you gotta throw out. You gotta be, with it. You have to have, some respect in you, some real. You gotta be real. You gotta live. You gotta be like what they. You have to hold that title. Oh, I'm a real one. I'm a gangster. I'm a dope dealer, the killer, whatever, the rider, the hustler, the go-getter, whatever it is. You have to have a title. And it has to have respect behind it as far as fighting and just activities, getting your money, whatever it may be. You can be a smoker now and have history back then and still be respected. But there's a certain period or phase that the younger generation see in people, and they look at that like, man, that's cool. I've seen it, so I've wanted to learn. I came in and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. But at the same time, like, okay, so who gonna lace me? And when I mean lace, I mean like, who's gonna talk? Who's gonna talk to? Who's gonna tell you something? Who's gonna give you constructive wisdom? Aside from telling you the negative things that you need to do. and not showing you how to do it at the same time. Not showing you how to do it. A lot of things you go in blind or you going in by somebody that's not even doing it right themselves. It's like, well, okay, are you sure? Like, are y'all gonna tell me more, or do I just do it? I mean, this is it from this point. Oh man, you don't got it in you. Like, how do you have it in you? Have it in you is to just go, not to be careless. Everyone doesn't just grow up callous or careless. You go through something in life, some type of experience that may have placed you into that. It's just like kids getting molested, or it's just like kids getting constantly bullied and beat up. There's a redemption period. There's a, the person that was violated so much, he wants to attack people, or not attack, but bully people, and to make himself feel tough. To make himself feel tough. So it's like, well, let me do this so I can feel good about the things that I go through at home. I went through when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9. So, overall issue is the fact that there was no guidance. There was nothing said. There was no advice that was said to give someone in the younger generation understanding as far as what to do, how to do it. Is this the right way? Is this does this make you a leader? Does this place you here? Like, I'm trying to see what you got going. Like, show me, tell me, and nobody's telling nobody nothing. But there's always these expectations. And people have and when I say expectations, it's like you obligated to have a certain type of a role that you need to partake in, or you're going to get looked at, weird. You're going to get looked at probably, Buster, get these names like, nah, he ain't with it, don't mess with him, or your level of respect is not going to be like some individuals that do partake in this role. So, coming in, it's like, dang, so I gotta kind of do everything myself. Ask around, hope, see if this gonna happen. Like, are y'all gonna, say anything? Can y'all help? You gonna tell me something? I need to. Yeah. Sorry about that blank moment for a second. Something had to be taken care of, so I had to pause out. And just to let everyone know, every once in a while there may be like a interruption, but most of these interruptions may be an obligation, just based on the fact that I have a child here, or better yet, my condition, quadriplegic, I might have to reposition. It might land in that time. I might have to take medication or something. Anything, something that may need to be done. Or just even if I'm out, or depending on when I'm recording and doing a segment or going live. But anyway, back to the fact of the matter is, the younger generations, when they come into these gangs, they're not told anything from the older. They're not told anything from the OGs. A lot of OGs can't give credit like that. They can't say, well, we tell everybody this and that. It's not, it's not serving the benefit. Nobody's has any real show out to say, I've learned this from OG. Okay, then, well, why have you not passed it down? Why is it not circulated? Why is it just one individual? What you learn individually, that don't count. Like, I'm talking about community-wise, big. Tell everybody's little homeboys. Tell everybody that's not affiliated. Prevent them from being affiliated. You OG, you know everything. Don't manipulate them, misguide them, and have them come into something and they don't know what they're really signing up for. So that means you gotta tell them everything. You been to jail, did 20, 15 years, 10 years, 8 years, whatever. Let them know. Tell them what you did. Tell them what not to do. Tell them don't even try it. Let them know, because when you go inside, don't nobody look out for you. You got to go through this. It's your life on the line. You still got to maintain your rep. You got to hold it down. Be solid. Be concrete. Make sure you don't tell, because there's a lot of that. You're going to get a messed up reputation, but truth be told, ain't nobody doing nothing to them. They not touching these guys. They not saying nothing to these guys. These guys are out, hanging out, front line, and still doing activities that, kind of thought still put them in a category from which they never left. Oh, and he's still real. He just, told on the homie, but they good. They fought, so I feel like, when it comes to the OGs, I see them, they talk about the generation, but the generation is based off, reputation that preceded you and your partners, your crowd, your crimees, your homeboys, your crew, your era, you know, and the ones that you taking in under you. But this is all individual. I might see one or two, a few, that have went completely out and changed the role, and they try to advocate, but I don't really see it. Like it's a limit to the way people advocate. It's a limit to the way people speak to people. It has restriction on it. Like, I'm gonna tell them, but I'm not gonna tell them everything. I'm gonna just throw my 2 cents to say that I said it, but I'm not really out here like, look, man, we need to really get everybody on board. We need to educate everybody. Educate, make them aware, educate them. Everybody deserves education, no matter if you want to be affiliated, if you don't want to be affiliated, if you want to be a police officer when you grow up, you want to be some major record label executive, you want to be a sports player when you grow up, it don't matter. Everybody needs to be educated in detail about things that they need to be aware of. You know, you can make the decision to be affiliated, and it's a way that you can present your partner in being affiliated. Like, you can be affiliated based on the basis of, oh, I'm just, uh, look at it, I'm with a fraternity, but, with the people that I'm affiliated with, I'm a, make sure we're all secure. We can trust each other. We secure with each other. We're real men. But I'm also make sure that they know the positive things. They know the benefit of what they may get out of school. They know the benefit of what they're gonna get out of a real job, working hard. You know what I'm saying? And just at the same time, it's all about security. We don't have no felonies. We know what's gonna happen if we get incarcerated. We can have protection. We can be a different, whole new breed of what they call the gangster. You know, a whole new different breed, a breed that and don't get it twisted. This is not advocating or like, trying to praise out a new way of gang function. But what I'm saying is, if someone is going to be convinced into this type of lifestyle, be the person to change it. Be the person to make it what they stated that it originally should have been. Don't make it just be like, oh man, look, dude, you come over here. Once you get here, man, this is who we don't like. So you cross them out. You cross out them letters, them numbers, and we don't like them. So if you see one, get off on them, shoot them, kill them, and that's your enemy. Nigga, I don't know this. So we just that's that, yeah, because they gonna have the same thing about you when you see them. They gonna have this crossed out, that number, that letter, and they gonna do something. So it's like, oh, that's crazy. So there's people that know that real recognize real. There's a certain bracket, or every bracket, they've all probably have been incarcerated, and they've you know it's gonna be people that say, "Oh, well, when I was where I was at, I was stone cold blood. I was stone cold crip. I didn't mess with nobody. I was stone cold. This gang that I represented in my card, and I didn't, fraternize too much to nobody." It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that, but it's a lot that have. It's a lot that know people. It's a lot that done ate themselves with people. It's a lot that done being that they in and then got helped or done gave help just because they real like that. Like, when I'm straight. I ain't in here like wilding like that, bro. I'm with it. Don't test me. I'm solid, but I'm a different type of individual. Me in these books, I work out, I play my games, I program, I'm up, I'm alert, and I'm frontline and ready. And they know they get out and they meet their bloods, they meet their crib partners from every game, even at Amigos and network. And those are supposed to be the people that are supposed to be the links because they all have voices. Those would be the ones that really should talk. It's like my bracket because the older brackets didn't do it. They not talking. They not that link now. They don't have that influence, but they didn't, and that's the point. The OGs didn't say what they were supposed to say. So it's up to my bracket to do it. And I see a lot more people in my bracket that have a certain type of demeanor and upbreaking, but like they need to be talked to also because it's like, look, man, like we everybody losing body, everybody losing. We all losing all together though. It's not homicide. We not out there on no homicide tip. Y'all not out there, hitting all these numbers and these letters and with K's and K and everybody, and it's like, okay, that's good. Oh, I got a body from over there. No, we're shortening the race. So you telling me shortening the race is more important than actually trying to, unify and multiply and be fruitful and be fruitful and like be all about family and trying to teach one, make sure everybody's straight. Y'all can hold your communities down. Hold your communities down, benefit your community. Put something in your community. Clean up your community. But that's not happening. It's more so let me mess up the community and continue to just let it just be a terror threat. Because that's going to eventually get cleaned out. Police, law enforcement, politics, man, they're not going to continue to allow these people to hang around these communities and they going to really start overturning a lot of stuff. They going to put stuff in communities. They're going to better a lot of stuff, and they're going to move in on areas to where it's like, we're going to go on and push y'all back a little bit more. Here's some little projects over here. Get up in there, and we're going to keep you guys boxed in. Let y'all kill each other off in this little box. The box can get smaller because your group getting smaller anyway, so it don't matter. Yeah, man, like, you know, when it comes to the younger generations, man, I really believe in their future. It don't matter if they young bloods, young Crips, young school students, young prep kids, young charter students, young religious students. It don't matter. It's the fact that there's a thing, that they're being confused. They're being misguided. They're not being told what needs to be told to make sure that their future is in safe hands. I see people that need to be spoken to all the time, younger generations, and like I said, young homies and people they not really talking to them. They not talking to them because every day there's another posting or another comment by another one that's saying they alone. You alone, but you from a gang of 50 to 80 to 300 people, and not nobody is talking to you on some real. Hey, pull up. Hey, come outside. Sit in the car. What's up, man? Like, you good? You know, show them something different. People don't show people nothing different. I didn't. There were not many G's that showed or opened me up to anything that I need to know, unless I was incarcerated. But even I was already on a level of thinking right. But there were no. They have not said nothing. They have not really shown you in detail and said this is what or this is what you should do. Look, man, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You already in. You already in. You in this lifestyle. But look, man, this is what you should do, bro, to make sure you and yours straight. Cause this is what's gonna happen. It's a cycle. It's an ongoing process. We not gonna really benefit y'all like we think you are. You're gonna have to benefit yourself and you're gonna have to make your own decisions and be your own leader. But since I know that, I'm gonna tell you what you should just straight up flat out do, man. And make sure you straight. But keep it positive. Yeah, man. OGs, I love y'all, man. Much respect. I see a couple of you advocating and whatnot, but it's not big. It's not big in comparison. And then the fact if your leadership was better than what it has or what it was, and what it's like now, you know, you would have told the people that's my generation, and my generation would have had this shit cleaned up by now. Because, it's not about going out there still trying to rock on everybody, especially since it's not even what people making it out to be. It's just a lot of senseless shit going on. A lot of senseless shit. It's not what people making it out to be, though. Like, you get 10 every day is videos, young dudes flashing pistols, all the little wild stuff on their social media accounts. They this, that, they killer this, killer that, and that. And it's like, man, but the statistics in the community show that there's nothing going on in their community. You know, something senseless you might see on TV. So, what my point is, y'all young dudes, stop acting like you doing something you really not. Stop, like you're not doing it, bro. So knock it off. Just stick to your fashion, stick to going to school, stick to what the things that that's gonna make sure you straight. Cause y'all out there, you out there hurting, you trying to get it in, the flock, and it ain't working, man. They washing y'all up. They washing y'all up. Let that go. It's a different direction. These dudes ain't telling you, man, it's a different direction. Like straight up, like go on and get your, go on and take them steps, man. Get everything solidified. Get your foundation going. Y'all out here being unprotected with these females making these babies. So now you young, under 30 in your 20s, and now you out here, you got to make sure you a dad and you holding yours down. And a lot of you got babies at younger ages. Some of your babies are older than mine, but there's no security. Y'all in and out of jail. You kind of like places. Your face is blasted with hella tattoos, so real jobs is out of the question. So I was like, damn, he's only 19. What are you gonna do, bro? And them G's was supposed to tell you that, but they letting the industry confuse you. That's why everybody's doing all this stuff, tattoos all over the face, and they ain't even been nowhere. It's like, no, I'm about this life. So you about this, like, bro, about this. Like, if you'll go this month to go that hard, if something in this month gives you that decision to go that hard, and that's something, and hard is catch a body or whatever, it be a big lick, hit the bank, and get all day right now for that. For them, for everything, bro. You look. Are you looking? Have you met the homies in the prison? Have you met the homies that been down so long? Don't get confused, man. Don't let these people throw you off. If I was able to, I'm gonna be real with you. If I was able to grab, you know, young generation, young homeboys from every gang, you know what I'm saying, and have an auditorium and just sit to them and just holler at them and just be like, look, man, just check it out. It's not to, you know, discredit what you think you doing, or it's basically not to. Well, you know what? It's going to straight up look, check it out. You know, shit need to get better. Things need to be better. You know, figure it out. You need to, and I know that kind of came out blatant, but when I said, I'm saying it like, look, man, like things need to get better. It's a lot going on, and we losing right now in numbers. These bodies we think we getting, all we doing is just making our numbers shorter. We depleting. You know what I'm saying? We're decreasing while everyone else is increasing, and also increasing with a lot of our bloodline. The black culture, is being sucked in by everybody, and then the guys are not actually procreating no more. There's a lot of feminine young boys now, a lot of boys that are officially, like I'm homosexual, I want to be a girl, and it's like, damn, bro, you 16, you haven't even decided nothing. How did that happen? And there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of missing fathers. Oh, y'all throwing all these baby mamas around. It's hard for you to be a parent to the kids you need to be. The next dude done jumped in and he the daddy and she's still young, so she bumping around with everybody. Doing whatever it is because she don't know what she doing. So it's like, it's just bad. And ain't nobody saying anything that needs to be said. It's a lot of missing fathers. It's a lot of irresponsible mothers. It's the younger generation, man. Like, nobody's telling nobody nothing. I see mothers that are pretty much still young with daughters that are like 19, like half your age. Like, come on, like already? Y'all partying like sisters. And you ain't, and from what I'm seeing, you're not really leading it right. You're not really giving her an example to where she's like, okay, I learned this from my mom. You know what I'm saying? She ain't doing something right. Some of them, shout out to one of my homegirls, Tammy. She got a daughter. They got a clothing line, House of Mirror. It's nice, real nice. She's very creative. Daughter has a real good clothing line. I remember Mirror when she was a little girl. Like, that's Mirror? That's crazy. Ty Mirror, but they call her Mirror. House of Mirror. But she's Tammy. Tammy looks young, and she's like 40, 41, about the age of my sister. And our daughter Mirror is about 24, 25, maybe older. I'm not sure. She looks young, but she's about 25, 26, if younger, and she has a real good clothing line. Looks nice. Look it up. House of Mirror. Instagram, Facebook, social media. Support black businesses. Support black everything. If it's black, check them out. Support them. They got good product. She even asked me to do that. She just came up because I know that she's a good, responsible mother. And I see a lot of parents going hard. And when I'm talking about the parents of my generation, and I see some people just still throwing babies around and just like, wait, you not with her? That's crazy. So, it's just a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And, shoe fit wear it. It applies to a lot of people, but is what it is. Like, I see a lot. And, it kind of just makes you question, like, people were being irresponsible. A lot of things were not destined. A lot of things were mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. People allow stuff, and this is one thing that the young generation needs to learn. And these older generations are not telling these people. They need to know that you need to talk. You need to communicate. Communication is key. You need to talk to a person and find out what is going on. You know what I'm saying? Learn everything in detail. Give them everything in detail. Communicate. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you meet somebody, boy, girl, whoever, y'all about to talk. Before you start having sex with people and start doing dumb stuff or doing dumb decisions, ask questions, man. Find out everything you need to know in detail. Don't be gamed up. Don't be played gullible. Don't be manipulated. Don't be the fool. Like what? Okay, how? What? Okay, what do you do? And how long? Okay, tell me about it in detail. Like, what do you do? Oh, okay. So you really about that life. You really do work. Oh, you really do go to school. You really do know that topic. You really are educated. Instead of just, oh man, I like your chain. Oh, here's Dangalang. And it's like, wow, boot pregnant. Oh, well, not ready. So I'm out. I'm about this money. I'm getting this bag. I want these bras. Everybody out there confused right now. The young generation need help. You know what I'm saying? It's violent out there. These young girls and these older dudes. Pedophilia. The gender role. It's just a big confusion. It's just a big confusion. There will be no, I don't know how they gonna have kids. Well, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people. Yeah, it's gonna be a big number. Of course, it's common sense, reality. You understand what I mean, though. When I say I don't know, like, who's gonna have kids, I'm saying like it's a big number of people that are are officially, you know, focused on the opposite sex, where you can't procreate, you can't do anything, you can't conceive. Okay, you know. I mean, like I said before in a prior segment, yeah, you can get a surrogate. You can do sperm insemination, or if the gay person wants to have a moment, and just go for it with a female just for the sake of saying he conceived his own child, for him and his boo, that hey, you can do that too. Hopefully, if you want to keep your bloodline going, keep your race going, especially the black race, the black community, the black culture. Because I mentioned before, it looked like it's going down. The younger generations need a lot of help. They need a lot of guidance. If you see, the banner, the photo for this segment, it's stop the violence, awareness, education, you know, yeah, I slipped. But basically, it's all about, trying to get these younger people to understand what's going on, and even the older people, because I guarantee you, if one follow, the masses will follow. The majority to go, the mass follow. The minority go, the mass follow, or the majority go, the mass. Basically, what I'm point is, that's just something I made up. As far as the majority go, the masses will follow. So basically, it's to say that if everyone sees what's going on, and they're like, hey man, they not tripping over there like that, and so I ran into some people, and they wasn't even tripping on me. They was more cordial. Like they came to, like, I'm gonna give you a rare example. It just sounds weird. He, like, you might be going to a mall or outing. It's like a couple bloods, and it used to be wild. People used to go places, city walking. It used to be rumbles and people getting punched out in public in front of everybody. And, you see the videos on YouTube and World Star. It's still going on, and it's bad. But say, for example, you see a group one day, and you with your group, and it's clear that you may be in opposition. You can be a target. You're the target that is normally the type of target that they go after. And they see you, and they just like, oh, what's good, bro? You straight out here? You see, man, be careful, watch out for these police. Oh, shit. Wow, y'all bloods, bro. Like, for real, though? All right, no doubt, bro. Don't get on your tip and start being disrespectful, then, hey, you get it how you live. Yeah, man. These older generations, they weren't telling nobody anything, man. And I know it's crazy because you probably gonna have OGs out there talking about, how you gonna blame us for what they doing? How you gonna blame us for y'all didn't do it? I mean, it's a pattern, bro. It's like it has to start from the top. When you coming in young, you learning, you supposed to learn. You're supposed to be the teachers. This is what y'all know about. How would a young person know about where he's going, or where he's going in the history of a gang from what he chose to affiliate? Like, well, I don't know nothing about my gang. You know what I mean? Like, tell me the history, OG. Don't get frustrated. Tell them in detail. Let them know what it was supposed to be. Okay, well, what happened? What do we need to do? Because I can try to, help and make sure that the young homies know this. Keep it constructive. Keep it positive, man. Let's get these dudes all the. Everybody can have money, work, and go to school and be straight. Yeah, y'all got tools, y'all, and they all in y'all name. Y'all secure. Bless you. Y'all secure. Y'all got them put up. You ain't got to be out here bodying. I understand if something happens in disrespect. There's a way to mediate a situation. There's a way to mediate shootings in the community, especially against one another. People don't mediate. People not doing that. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on inside the gangs that really should show people like, man, you really want to go over there? They over there killing each other. Same gang, same streets, same areas, or whatever it may be. And it's like, nobody is saying nothing. It's like people still sit around and see what's gonna happen when somebody gets into an argument. It could be a small argument, they still gonna pull out their phone. It could be a disagreement, they gonna pull out their phone. I caught a disagreement. Ooh, cool, they fighting. Ooh, whoa, whoa, he gunned them down. Like, and it's like, wow, like you didn't. The whole time you put out your phone and record instead, you could have been like, look, man, y'all tripping. Stall it out. It's not a lot of people doing that. And it's so rare because a few times I do that. I've done it. I've been the mediator, positive for both to fix the situation for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes it's so rare that when you do it, they kind of like thrown off. It's like a female that get cheated on so much, and she's just like, nah, I don't believe you're a good dude. So it's like, man, these niggas always want to see me fighting. Whatever happened between me and my fam, or me and my homeboy, or me and yada yada, and they don't ever intervene and say nothing. So for you to do it, it's just like, oh man, you trying to cap. No, man, listen, bro. And when they hear the reality and the good stuff of what you're saying, the logic of it, they like, damn, you right. Well, let's be the man about it. You know, ain't about being hard all the time doing something stupid. People gotta let these young people know the way everything is going on in practically every gang hood right now. You know, if they're if everyone was taught one by someone that learned some wisdom or knew, they could have educated and they educated the generation of my generation and younger and some older than me. I think, it would be a whole lot of it'd be a rainbow out here. You know what I'm saying? A real rainbow, like, all colors, we straight, we chilling, and everybody casually doing them. The affiliations is cool, low key. It ain't all off the chain, and I gotta do this, and they're not being manipulated by the music because they not being manipulated by the music because they aware of what really's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't what they're gonna have to be rapping about. If you change the lifestyle, it wouldn't even have to. It wouldn't even be that type of music, and it wouldn't even have to be that music has to be hard. I mean, you can make it sound good, but you have to like you wouldn't even have to rap about that because that's not the lifestyle no more. They could change the lifestyle. The lifestyle could change the image, and the image it pretty much give off. Like it's a million words for a picture. And they see the image of what we present now. That's gonna be a powerful picture, a picture of vibrant energy because everybody is united. Everybody is straight. You know what I'm saying? They don't shoot no more. They gonna want to stir it up again like they did in the 90s when cops used to roll around and act like gang members to get shit started up because they didn't like the fact that people were at peace and we made the communities felt secure. Yeah, it's a lot, man. I just want the younger generations to know that, we're here to talk to you. I'm here to speak to you. You can always listen, and I want you to know that you can be receptive to what somebody is trying to say. Don't always knock. If you're more concerned about who's saying it to you, fair enough. But I mean, really look into what you need to know. Look into what you need to know to to understand that person's background before you really just kick it down. Do this person know what they talking about? Credibility of the speaker. It's just like myself, credibility of the speaker. But even still, you gotta, I mean, consider, discern, decipher it. It's hard for you to read between the lines and ask questions, but learn to know what not to be done and how to be productive. Because there's a different way that things can be handled. And if you were more educated on what you needed to know, a lot of decisions that you may have made or don't know to make would not be made. Would not be made. A lot of decisions would not be made. A lot of decisions I made before would not be made, or better yet, they would not have been made the way that I made them. And it's not going off somebody else's belief. It's more so the fact that, okay, I got the answers to the questions. I'm sure now my intuition would have been correct. Or, it's just you would have had a different outlook to know, like, nah, no, don't do that. Or don't consider that, or don't consider them. Yeah, so, I just wanted to touch on the topic of basically, gang violence and, the younger generations not being educated how they were supposed to be educated by the older generations and the wiser people. I don't feel like the OGs gave the wannabes and the younger generations the things that they need to know to better their futures so that they do not get incarcerated, so that they do not be out here doing something stupid. I mean, they were not there. It really was no good example. It wasn't. It just is what it is. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, and I'm gonna let you know what it is. I tell them all, and that's everyone in their face. Like, dog, man, y'all not teaching. Well, then why is it the way that it is? You know, it can be personal too. It can be families, man. Like, people's kids growing up a certain way as families. People not being good fathers. It's not. It's really the black community. The black community is failing at the things that they need to do. But what makes it crazy is there is also a percentage of the black community that you can't give credit to. Like I said, there are certain people that have tried. There are people that are good fathers. There are people that trying to make sure that the younger brothers and sisters don't make mistakes and do anything that they're not supposed to do. You know, it's a lot of people that do try to make sure the younger generations don't do what they have done or don't see a certain, direction in their future. So yeah, stay focused, pay attention to my younger generation. Try your best to focus on being a positive leader, being a positive example for your kids, your future and your well-being. Set a foundation. Be wise and responsible. Be humble. Be thankful. Count your blessings. Learn from everyone else's mistakes. Because they're not gonna tell you that. You need to. You need to know it in detail. So stay attention. So stay focused and pay attention. Mindstone Radio with your voice of logic and reason. Conscience prep. Tune in for another topic.